Basketball tonight from Line Mountain High School. The Trojans have traveled over here to take on these Line Mountain Eagles, and the Eagles just missed the opening shot of the ball game. Pass coming up here now for Robertson. We'll pick up both teams as we go along. Shot from outside by Buffington is good for three. Jim Buffington starts the ball game as he has so often this. Well, I will try this again. The battery had quit, but there was no scoring. First shot put up there by Line Mountain wouldn't go. The ball trapped out of bounds here. Robertson in there along with Smith, Drew Hunter, Lentz, and Jim Buffington. I think I got everybody. Yeah, I think so. Okay. In the meantime, Line Mountain will play it on the near wing over here. Now back out in front. Do the names of these guys, but we'll have to wait for the whistle here to get my lineup back in place again. As a good rebound in there by Smith, and back comes UD. Still a 3-0 ball game. That one shot by Jim Buffington for three, and UD will play it outside now as they look to set something up underneath. Buffington tries to throw it back here for Lentz, but it's going to be a backcourt violation. And I'll turn the ball over to the Line Mountain Eagles. Still 3-0. Played almost 2 minutes here in the first period. And the Eagles will inbound the ball. 21 is a Marquette, as is 23. I'm not sure which one of these is which yet, but I'll get my list out here in a moment. Shot from outside, looking to tie up the ball game, and it does. And that's number 21, Marquette. Passing it inside for two. Smith, good, right down to shoot. Goes Josh by Gosh, and he's got two. And it's a 5-3 ball game, UD by two. It's a pass inside and then a walk, or a jump, whatever they want to call it. It'll be UDA ball as they got tied up, and there was Wenrick getting tied up, number 31. And UD trying to start it up court. Lentz is double teamed, and then foul will be called on Wenrick. He'll pick up his first. Todd Wenrick picks up the first foul of the ball game. And it'll be non-shooting, of course, and the Trojans will inbound the ball. Here comes that Ryan Lentz up court with it for UD. Near wing over here for Robertson. Buffington on the right wing. Robertson on the left wing, deep on the baseline now, looking for a two, and it's for three. It's good. Mike Robertson hits a three, and it's an 8-3 ball game now. UD on top by 5. Pass over there for 10 inside, ball tipped away and then stolen back again, as going to the hoop for two will be Wenrick, and a foul will be called, and Wenrick will go to the line shooting two. Wenrick's first shot hopped in there, and so we have his second try up here, and it is good. So he goes 2 for 2, makes it a 8-5 ball game. And UD double trapped here in their own zone. The ball came loose and out of bounds, I guess, or they called it a tie-up, whatever. And it's going to be Eagle ball. Ref trying to check on whose possession time it is, but yeah, I think it should be the Eagles, and it is. So the Eagles will inbound the ball. 4:50 left here in the first period. UDA on top by 3. This is Bordner inbounding it. The ball comes back here to Jeff Marquette. He puts a shot up. No good, but the follow-up shot by Wenrick is good. And it's an 8-7 ball game now as the Trojans throw this ball away, trying to hit Drew Hunter with it. But the pass is bad, and that'll give the ball back to the Eagles with a chance to take the lead now, trailing by 1. Bordner up court with it. Bordner taking it in the paint, then lost the handle up, picks it back up again, dumps it back over here for Wenrick for 2. It's good. Todd Wenrick is their top scorer on the ball club, averaging just about 17 points a game. And then we're going to have a blocking foul called on Wenrick, and that's going to be his second here in the early going of the first period. Wenrick picks up a blocking foul, and it'll be personal foul number 2 for him. We've got 4:18 remaining here in the first period, and Todd has 2 personals. And he is their main guy here at Line Mountain, so he'll have to take it a little easy. Here's Robertson. Again for Mike. Now they'll spin it back out here for Lentz. Lentz goes to take it in, but push it over there for Buffington. Buffington with 17-foot try short. Rebound tipped around in there and controlled by Line Mountain. And back comes Bordner with it for the Eagles. Near wing over here. He'll push it back over here for that Jeff Marquette for two. It's good. Marquette for two. And the Homers lead now 11-3. Ball stolen away on the far side as it was tapped out of there by Wenrick. So the Trojans will maintain possession. Going to try to play it around the perimeter again until something gets set up over there for Buffington. Jim's got it, loops it back over here now for Drew Hunter, but wait a minute, a push foul underneath called on the Eagles. Foul was on Bordner, his first, as Nick Huffman enters the ball game for UDA. Here's Smith for two, short, rebounded in there by the Eagles. Quick pass ahead here now as they'll fire one up. This is going to be good, and to the foul line goes number 23. That's Matt Marquette, and he'll be shooting one to get three. And timeout called by UDA. So we've got 3:19 left here in the opening period, and the Trojans trail by 5. Wenrick, top scorer here on the Eagle Ball Club, averages just about 18 points per game. The team averages 69 points per game, so pretty prolific scoring here on this Eagle Ball Club. Trojans won the first game, but it was a night that they were really hot, says Coach Hain, and so tonight, with both teams at 4-4 in the league, both teams looking for a big victory here tonight at Line Mountain. So here comes Robertson up with it, and he lost the handle on it, not out of bounds it goes. Tapped out of there by the Eagles, so it'll be Lentz inbounding the ball for UDA. Pushes it over here for Smith, and Robertson across the court it goes. Shot from over there by Nick Huffman wouldn't go, and a rebound comes down in there to Jeff Marquette, and back comes Marquette with it, and then they're going to have a hold foul called on Mike Robertson, his first, and Lion Mountain will inbound the ball. For UDA, team's third they have on the board. 3:03 left here in the first period. Outside for Marquette. Here's Bordner with it. Over in the wing he goes, tapped out of there by Buffington, who got a hand on that one. Eagles will inbound as Jeff Marquette gets ready to inbound, or Matt Marquette gets ready to inbound here for Bordner. Marquette, inside he goes here, 40, turnaround shot, no good, and rebound comes right there to Smith, and Nick Huffman will pick up the ball here now. No, he lost it, and actually Mike Robertson picks it up for UD. For Lentz. Robertson here for Buffington. And Robertson inside with a nice pass for Smith. He goes outside. Lentz for three. No good. And the rebound in there comes down to that Wenrick. Quick pass ahead on the baseline. And he held his footing, I guess, inside there. Then he lost the ball away anyway. And it's going to be a black ball as Matt Marquette struggling on the baseline that time and finally had the ball come loose and out of bounds it went. There's a pass stolen away in here by Wenrick. Wenrick will take it inside looking to put it up, but the ball came loose, picked up over in the wing there by Lion Mountain, and then a blocking foul is going to be called on Lentz as Matt Marquette went to take it in, and he was blocked out of there. So again, none shooting. Team's fourth personal. Team foul, rather, whatever. And Bordner from outside, no good. Rebound, let's see, controlled over there by UD, and a foul this time will go the other way as picking up the personal will be Matt Marquette. He'll pick up the personal foul for Lion Mountain. Marquette will check out of the ballgame now. Smeltz coming in there for the Lion Mountain Eagles with 2 minutes remaining here in period number 1. 14-8 is the score. Eagles by 6. Here's Buffington. He's swinging over here for Robertson. Inside for Smith, and then he goes over in the baseline. Jim Buffington for 2. It's good. Jim Buffington hits for 2. It's a 14-10 ball game now. The Eagles by 4. Pass inside. Shot put up in there by number 40. Blistein is good. Pass coming across over here for Nick Huffman. Push up there for 2 by Robertson wouldn't go, and a ball coming back here now as Smeltz has it. Or rather, Marquette tried to go inside with it, was blocked away, picked up in there by Bordner, dumps it off inside, and Marquette for 2, no good. Rebound, or that wasn't Marquette, that was Wenrick, but anyway, a foul called on UDA underneath. Blistein at the line, shooting 2. First shot, good. Shadle checks into the ball game for UDA along with Drew Hunter. Drew back in there now, along with Buffington and Robertson and Nick Huffman for the Trojans. Second shot was good. It makes it a 17-10 ball game. Now the Eagles by 7 with under a minute to play here in the first period. Shadle working it out into the corner. It goes now for Buffington. Back out here for Shadle. Now inside for a pass outside. Look out for Buffington. Good for 2. 3. Jim Buffington hits his second 3 of the opening period, and that cuts the margin down. As coming up court with it is that Matt, stolen away in there by Shadle. Good steal by Brett. Brett fires it right underneath. Shot put up and in. Good by Mike Robertson on a good pass from Brett Shadle. And a margin down to 2 now, 17-15. 33 is Troutman for Iron Mountain. Troutman here for Wenrick. Going to play the clock down now. 10 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. They lead by 2. This is Marquette. Marquette spinning into the lane, pushing it over here for Wenrick. Wenrick's turnaround shot no good at the buzzer. And that'll do it for the first period here at Line Mountain. Score at the end of 1. Line Mountain 17 and the Trojans 15. Well, UDA trailing by 2 has the advantage of inbounding the ball to begin period number 2 here at Line Mountain. As they inbound it here for Brett Shadle. And Buffington inside there for Drew Hunter. Outside, Brett for 3, just off the back, no good. And on the rebound, we've got a push foul underneath. And that might be on Line Mountain's number 12. We'll see. Number 12, Lanker, on the rebound with a push. Picks up the personal foul. As the ball inbounded here for Mike Robertson. And Robertson inside here for Drew Hunter. He lost the handle on it. Picked up in here by Bordner. Bordner with a quick pass over here for Marquette. For 2, it's good. Jeff Marquette gets 2 more. And on the inbound pass, it's stolen away. And then they fire it. Bordner just fires that one right off the prone Shadle that time. So to inbound the ball, they come back here now for Bordner. Bordner will take it inside, and walk called on Bordner, and that's going to turn it over. So UD will inbound the ball. Trail now by 4, 19-15, as Mike Robertson breaks it ahead here for Drew Hunter. Drew will stop, pushes it right underneath, but it's stolen away nicely in there by Matt Marquette. And Bordner out in front. Over the wing for Matt Marquette. He'll put a pass inside. Shot put up, no good. Return shot, no good. And that was 2 of them by that Lanker. And he couldn't get either one of them to go, so the Trojans dodged the bullet there, and back with it they come for Buffington. Inside here for Drew Hunter. Drew for 2, it's good. Hunter with an 8-footer. Pops that one up off the glass and in. 19-17. Bordner coming back with it for Line Mountain. Over the wing over there. In the corner he goes. Shot from outside by Bordner for 3. Wouldn't go. Rebounded in there by George Hunter. By Nick Huffman. Nick sporting that bald head now. Looks a lot like George Hunter out there. And on the shot, there's a foul underneath. It'll be on UDA. We're going to exchange Hunters now. The bald one in there. That's George Hunter. He'll come in to replace Drew Hunter. And Shadle trying to trap that ball up court here, but Bordner has it, pushes it right underneath there. Shot blocked away nicely by Nick Huffman, but picked up in there by Wenrick for 2. It's good. Todd Wenrick bangs one up and in off the glass as he struggled underneath that time, but made a good shot out of it. And back come the Trojans. They try to go underneath, but it's knocked out of bounds by Line Mountain with 6:05 left here in the first half. Trojans trailing by 4, and timeout's going to be called by UDA. So we'll be right back with the ball game here as soon as this UDA timeout is over. All right, we have time over now, and timeout over rather, and Lentz into the ball game. Lentz pushes right inside here for a shot by Huffman that wouldn't go. He gets his own rebound, fighting for it underneath and ties it up. Huffman and Lenker tying it up under there, and a foul's going to be called on UDA. Foul will be on Nick Huffman, and that's going to send Lenker, I believe, to the foul line for Line Mountain, and he will be shooting a 1-and-1. Smith back off the bench now for UD, and he'll come in to replace Nick Huffman. Nick has picked up his second personal foul in the last couple of moments here, so he checks out as Lenker at the line shooting a 1-and-1. 5:59 left here in the first half. This shot short, rebound, let's see, comes down here, controlled by UD. Mike Robertson breaking back with Lentz. Lentz to the hoop for 2, it's good. Ryan Lentz gets 2 back, and the margin now down to 2 again. On the wing, shot over here by that Jeff Marquette is good for 3. So that ups the margin to 5. Trojans coming right back with it though. Lentz has got it, dropping it here for a shot into the corner. This is Robertson with it, circling out in front. Now he goes right underneath, and a nice pass for Drew Hunter. His second shot put up, no good. Smith tries to put one up and in, and finally does, as Josh got the first one up there, but it wouldn't go down, and so he put the second try in. Here's a baseline drive, and a shot put up in there by Wenrick is good for 2, 26-21. Eagle margin still at 5 as they battle underneath the UD boards, and the pass is going to elude the Trojans, and so with 5:04 left here in the first half, the Eagles will have the ball back. They lead by 5. Bordner over here for Marquette. Got both Marquettes in there. This is Matt over in the left wing. And back out in front it comes now for a shot by Matt Marquette. No good. Rebound. Let's see. Underneath they battled for it. And let's see who's going to get it. It's going to be picked up there and then thrown out of bounds, but off an Eagle. And so it will be UD ball. Smith getting ready to inbound the ball for Dauphin. Pushes it right there for a pass, quickly outletted up here for Lentz. And Ryan had it tipped loose. Let's see, battling for it over there was Buffington, and then his pass picked off in there by Matt. And a pass over here for Rennick, no good. And Smith will walk with it as he tried to get it going. No, they're going to call a foul. Josh was held, and 21, that's Jeff Marquette picking up the personal foul. Shadle and Huffman ready to come back into the ball game. They will replace Robertson and Jim Buffington with 4:24 left here in the first half. Smith inbounding for UDA. Right underneath it goes there for Shadle, and then he'll go up ahead here now for Lentz. Lentz over the wing. Huffman sets up for a long 3, and it's good. Nick Huffman for a 3. 26-24, that 2-point margin again. Here's the ball's going to come down and be passed off the hands of Matt Marquette or Jeff Marquette and out of bounds. And UD can come back and tie up the ball game. Now we get a bucket here as Shadle works it up court for Upper Dauphin. 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Shadle with it. Inside he goes to Smith. Smith tries to go underneath, but the ball comes loose and picked up in there by the Eagles, and underneath a shot missed in there, and then they're going to pass it out of bounds over on this side. I think it's going to be UD ball. Oh, pass stolen on the inbounds, right inbounded right there to that Bordner, and Bordner put it home. So UD didn't want to do that. Bordner just picked it off and put the drive up and in. Here's a pass into the wing. Shot over there by Nick Huffman for 3. Wouldn't go. Ball chased down over here by George Hunter. Inside they tried to go with it. Huffman picks it up. Looks for 2. Short. Return shot blocked away, and then a ball goes out of bounds. It'll be UD ball. Drew Hunter, Buffington, and Robertson back into the ball game for UDA. They inbounded over there for Buffington. Here's pass, comes back outside now as Robertson tries to set something up here. Trojans trail by 4 again. Here's Buffington for Robertson. Robertson wants to get close. Nope, he almost had it within 1. Ball comes down inside there and picked off by Wenrick. Pass over in the wing, stolen away by Buffington. Buffington with a pass stolen away by Wenrick. Wenrick looking for 2. It's good. So Todd Wenrick makes the steal, drives it in, and lays it up for 2. 30-24. Trojan drop. Another steal inside. This time by Wenrick, and Wenrick has just scored 2 quick ones on 2 steals and puts the Eagles up now by 8. 32-24 with 2:40 left here. Trojans just sloppy on the passing, and the Eagles picking them off in there. And Coach Haynes says if the guys don't want to play, he's going to put a new squad in. I think there's 5 new guys going in there for UDA. Well, he took the 5 out that were in. Some of these guys were in before, of course. Smith in there. He'll inbound the ball. Shadle's back in there. George Hunter is in, and this time it is Brent Smeltz who has the ball now, and also Jason Brandel in there for UDA. Shadle picking it up, brings it over here now for Smeltz. Shadle over on the right side. Brett out in front, swinging it over here for George Hunter. George for 2. It's good. George Hunter with a 12-footer from the left baseline. Makes it a 32-26 ball game. Into the corner they go for a shot from the side here by Wenrick. No good. Ball comes tipped back out here to Troutman. He'll hand it back, and Wenrick's got it. Drives into the paint, puts the shot up. No good, but he's fouled. And Wenrick will go to the foul line, shooting 2. Josh Smith picked up his 3rd personal foul, and Wenrick will be shooting 2 and making his first one. Smith checks out of the ball game. Matt Huffman coming in to replace him as Wenrick makes both of his foul shots and makes it a 34-25 ball game now. The Eagles by 9. Bleistein back in there. Bleistein makes the steal. Stop it. Putting one up. No, that wasn't him. That was Bordner. And eventually Bordner will put the shot up. It's good. Bordner battling all the way underneath the Eagles, just out hustling the Trojans now. There's no question about that. And it'll be Bordner going to the line, shooting 1 to get 3. Foul was on Brandel, his first. And Bordner's shot wouldn't go. And let's see, on the rebound, it's going to go out of bounds. They're going to say it went off Wenrick. So UD will inbound the ball. 1:56 left here in the first half. Trojans trailing by 10. Here's the ball loose. Let's see who's got it. It's going to be Hunter with it, and then, or rather, Huffman. And he's fouled. And it's a 1-and-1 now, as that's the 7th team foul. So Nick will go to the line shooting a 1-and-1 with 1:49 left here in the first half. Trojans need some points. They trail by 10. And Nick's first one is good. Now they trail by 9. And Nick can cut the margin to 8 if he puts this one in. Nope. And on the rebound, controlled in there by Lion Mountain here for Marquette. Jeff Marquette pushing it back over here for that Bordner. Wenrick taking it inside. Behind the back pass. On a shot from the side over there by 35 wouldn't go. I think that's Troutman, and or 33 rather. And back comes Shadle. Over in the end, but it's knocked out of there by number 25. UD inbounding. Back here for Smeltz. Smeltz picking up the dribble. Over there for that George Hunter. George on the baseline. Got tied up in there, so had to come back out. Shot from outside by Huffman, off the mark, and on the rebound, controlled in there by Bleistein, and back comes Bordner with it. Bordner stopping, popping, short. Rebounded over there by UD. Smeltz had it, and on the floor it goes, but it's picked up here. And a shot put up here by Wenrick. No good. Rebound in there, comes off to UD. And back comes Smeltz with it with 43 seconds left here in the first half. Smeltz picking it up. Outside here for Hunter. Over the wing it goes. Now inside they'll go for Brandel. Pushing it back out there for Shadle. He'll loop it inside here for Nick Huffman. Nick for two, no good. Brandel right underneath there for two, however. Jason Brandel on the rebound. Puts it back up. 36-29. 7-point margin now for Lyon Mountain. And they'll play the clock down, I believe, as there's only 15 seconds remaining here. Marquette boys were playing with it. Now here for Bordner. And Bordner loops it inside here, pushing it back over here for Marquette for two, no good. And on the rebound, let's see, clock getting down there. Nope, that does not count. And that'll do it as the half comes to an end. Well, we played one half of the ball game. The Trojans trail by 7, 36-29. Well, the teams are back now for the second half of action here at Lyon Mountain. And Lyon Mountain will have the advantage of inbounding the ball as Jeff Marquette walks over there to do that. He'll inbound the ball here to Bordner. He's in there with Wenrick and Lenker and Matt Marquette for the Eagles. Matt Marquette with it. Into the corner he goes here for Wenrick. And Todd will take it out in front, push it over in the wing over there. Shot from the side for three, no good. A rebound in there. Wenrick for two, no good. And the rebound this time is going to be controlled again here by Matt Marquette. Puts a shot up and in, good for two. So the Eagles come out and score first here. And here's a near steal inside there. It is stolen. They dump it underneath, then try to go over here for two from. I'm not sure who that put that first one up, but the second shot by Lenker, I believe it is, was good. So they've scored 4 quick ones before the Trojans have had a chance to get the ball down court. And here comes Buffington with it. He'll pick it up. The ball stolen away. Back for, let's see, a pass underneath on a running shot. No good. And the rebound is going to be a foul called on Jeff Marquette. As he went into Jim Buffington. Push foul called on Marquette. For Jeff Marquette, it is his second personal foul. Shadle into the ball game to replace Lentz for UD. Here's Robertson for Lentz, or for Shadle rather. Over in the corner here for Buffington. Back out here for Shadle. They'll swing it over there for Mike Robertson. In the corner he goes with it. Nick Huffman for three. Off the mark. Rebound comes right down in there. Controlled here to eventually Marquette. And then underneath they try to go with it. The ball's got to be thrown out of bounds off Jeff Marquette. And so it'll be UD ball. And Lentz returns to the ball game for Shadle. Smith getting ready to inbound the ball for Upper Dauphin. Fires it down here for Mike Robertson. Mike will loop it over here for Jim Buffington. Jim picks it up, looks for two. It is no good. Returned by Marquette for Lyon Mountain. Pushing it back here for Bordner. Looking for three. It's good. Bordner's got three. 43-29. And on the inbounds pass, it's going to go out of bounds. It will be UD ball. Tapped out of there by Lyon Mountain. Smith will inbound the ball. And the inbounds pass for Lentz. And he was tied up, but he got it ahead here now for a shot from outside for three by Jim Buffington. I think that's Jim's third of the night. And the Eagles bring it back up court. Pushing it over in the corner here. Looking for three. Short. And on the rebound, going to come down here to Lentz. And then he is fouled. Foul will be on Bordner. Bordner picked up his second personal foul. Eagle lead at 11 now, 43-32 with 5:50 left here in the third. Plenty of time remaining in this ball game. Pass comes over here to the corner for Buffington. Back out front for three. It's good. As Ryan Lentz nails a three. And up court they come with it now for that Wenrick underneath for two. It's good. Todd Wenrick battles his way underneath. And timeout's going to be called by UDA. 35-45, 10-point ball game, 5:23 remaining here in the third quarter. Okay, the UD timeout is over now. Smith getting ready to inbound the basketball for Upper Dauphin. Quick pass ahead here for Buffington, unimpeded, and he goes in and laid it up. It wouldn't go, but the follow-up shot by Huffman is good. So Jim missed the layup. Jim can shoot them from 24 feet out, but those one-footers are tough. Here's a shot put up, no good. Rebounded underneath, shot put up, blocked away nicely in there by UD. Scrambled for it. Picking it up in here is Lentz. Quick pass ahead here for Huffman. Huffman goes across the court with it, but it's blocked in there by Marquette. And then Marquette's going to be called with a foul and on Jeff. This will be his third, I believe. Yep. It is. Marquette picks up his third personal foul with 5 minutes exactly remaining here in the third period. So Lentz will inbound it over here for Smith. Back outside here, a shot by Robertson for three, off the mark, and on the rebound, let's see. Smith had it, but picked it up and lost it, and then he's got it back again. Here's Smith trying to drive it inside, and we're going to have a step called on Josh Smith as he tried to take that ball underneath and got all tangled up in there with a couple of Eagles. And so back comes Line Mountain. Bounce it over here. Marquette rolls it ahead here for Jeff Marquette. Underneath they go with it. Shot put up inside there by Wenrick, wouldn't go. Rebound comes down here to Buffington. Jim coming back with it over there for Mike Robertson. Mike on the baseline for two. It's good. Mike Robertson, a 4-footer from the left baseline. 45-39. Margin back to 6. Here's Matt Marquette rolling ahead for Jeff Marquette. Marquette taking it, or rather for Wenrick, for two. Another quick pass down here. Nobody back to defend on this one, and Lentz lays it up. So the Eagles not getting back at all, and the Trojans with a couple of fast breaks on some quick passes down court as Wenrick tries to bring it up court. Pushes it over there in the wing. Now here's Bordner looking for two, but a foul is going to be called underneath. This might be on Jim Buffington. And if it is, yep, it is on Jim. And Bordner will be at the line shooting two. Bordner made his first one. Smith checks out of the ball game, and there goes Drew Hunter for the UDA. Foul was on Jim Buffington, his first. Bordner's second try is also good. Goes 2 for 2, 49-41, 8-point ball game now for Line Mountain. Robertson looping it over here for Nick Huffman. Nick stopping and popping from out front. It's good. Nick Huffman gets that one to roll in from 10 feet out. And here's a push off here, and we have a push foul charged on Bordner. You can see Bordner shoving off that time. And he is picked up for the charge, and it'll be his third personal foul of the ball game. Buffington will inbound the ball for UD. Now over there is Robertson. Mike inside here for Drew Hunter. Drew pushes it over in the wing there for Huffman, and Nick's shot blocked away inside there. And back with it comes Matt Marquette for two. 51-43, the margin still at 8. Here's Hunter with it. Hunter looking down court here for Buffington. Buffington loops it here for another try by, well, let's see. That was by Huffman, wouldn't go. And back comes Bordner for Line Mountain. Bordner, near wing over here for Matt Marquette. And the baseline there for a shot and a foul. Wenrick will go to the line shooting two. That was on Jim Buffington, his second. And Todd Wenrick in the line shooting two. First shot, good. Smelts into the lineup for Line Mountain, replacing Matt Marquette. Second try by Wenrick wouldn't go. And back comes Robertson. Robertson looping it over here for a shot from the side for three. That's long and out of there. And Jeff Marquette picks it up. Passes it back here for Smelts. Smelts for two. It's good. So Smelts, who just entered the ball game, gets two. 54-43. Buffington looping it over here for Robertson. Robertson down court, had the ball go off his leg and out of bounds. He was hassled in there by an Eagle and lost it off the leg. 2.5 minutes left here in the third. On the up court play here comes Bordner passing it down here on the baseline. Wenrick trying to force his way inside for two, wouldn't go. Rebound tipped around inside, thrown up, no good. Second try, no good, but a foul called before he could get it up there. So Lenker will go to the foul line for the Eagles. He'll be shooting two. Foul was on Mike Robertson, Mike's third also, as a first shot put up in there by Lenker is no good. Smith, Smeltz, and George Hunter. Or Smith, Shadle, and George Hunter enter the ball game for UD. They're in there along with Buffington and Robertson. Second shot, good. 55-43, 12-point ball game. They'll loop it over here now for Shadle. Into the corner here it goes for Buffington and out front. Now inside, turnaround shot by Smith. Good for two. Josh Smith from his favorite spot, about 8 feet out. Turn around and pop that one in nicely. 57-43. Here comes Bordner trying to push it inside. Got the ball that was loose. Puts a shot up. He's fouled. Foul will probably be on Josh Smith, and it'll be Bordner going to the line for the Eagles, shooting two. Smith just picked up his fourth personal foul as Bordner makes the first shot. 56-45. Blysten back into the ball game to replace Lenker, and Josh Smith checks out as Nick Huffman in there to replace him for UD. Bordner shooting up his second shot, and it is no good and tipped out of bounds. They're going to say it went off UD, and that's going to allow Bordner to inbound the ball for the Eagles. Pushes it right underneath there. Shot put up, no good. Return shot, no good. And the rebound comes down there to Nick Huffman. And a foul called, perhaps on Wenrick, we'll see. Todd Wenrick picks up his third personal foul. And back comes Shadle for UD. Over there for Robertson. Over in the corner, back out for Robertson. Robertson takes it inside. Had the ball come loose, picked up in there by Smeltz of the Eagles. And back comes Bordner. Over on the baseline for a shot for three, no good. Rebound comes right back out there though, and he puts his follow-up shot in, no good, and then goes to the deck pretty heavily over there. That's that Jeff Marquette. He's okay. Lentz into the ball game to replace Robertson for Coach Hain. Bordner inbounding the ball for the Eagles. Here's Smeltz into the wing. Shot from over there for three. In and out. No good. Rebound tipped around in there looking for two. No good. And Blystein had to go off him, but it's picked up in there by the Eagles again, as I believe that might have been Smeltz or Wenrick. I'm not sure. And let's see. The ball is loose, but a foul called on Line Mountain. Bordner picked up his fourth personal here with 59 seconds left in the third, so he'll check out of the ball game now. Troutman in there to replace him for Line Mountain. Lentz playing it out here for Shadle into the corner. Buffington tries to go inside, tipped away and picked up in there by Troutman, who has it into the corner. Now they go inside here for Wenrick. He'll push it over in the wing. Shot from the side, short, no good. Rebounded inside there and laid up and in, good by Marquette, I believe it was. Then we've got a man down and injured and grabbing a knee out there for UDA. Looks like Ryan Lentz, I believe. Ryan hobbling off with a bad right knee right now, so we hope he's going to be okay. Come down pretty hard on that knee, I believe, and either twisted it or jammed it when he hit the floor. But at any rate, he is out of there now, and Shadle in there to replace him for UD. Inbound pass here for Robertson. Robertson looping it over here for Brett Shadle. And Brett taking it up court for Robertson. Into the wing they go with it. Here is Buffington looking for two. It's good. Jim Buffington pumps one down from 8 feet out on the left baseline. Makes it a 60-47 ball game. Now a 13-point lead for the Eagles. On the wing they'll spin this one. Picked up over there by that Troutman, and then out of bounds it goes. It'll be Eagle ball, or UDA ball now. Seconds remaining here in the third period. Here's a long shot. That's good! good. Mike Robertson did one of those that happens about once or twice a year, I guess, and he fired that one up and in good. That should have been worth 6 points. Fired it from beyond half court and right in. Okay. Anyway, that makes the score 60-50, a 10-point ball game going into the final period here at Line Mountain. So with that fantasy shot there at the end of the third period, the Trojans have gotten the score down to lead down to 10, and they have the ball here to begin the fourth period as Smeltz into the ball game for UD. This is Shadle with it. Brett Shadle and Brent Smeltz. Robertson out in front, goes right inside here for Drew Hunter. Drew pushes it over in a wing over there, intended for George Hunter, who pushes it back in here, but it's stolen away as the Eagles, or the Trojans, will steal it back. Back comes Robertson. Nice bounce pass ahead here for Smeltz. Smeltz pushing it back out here for Robertson. Robertson taking it right inside there with a nice pass on the baseline. Drew Hunter's shot wouldn't go down. And we've got a tie-up and a jump, they call it, and it's going to be Eagle ball as George Hunter got tangled up in there with Matt Marquette. And on the jump and the tie-up, Drew will check out of there as Nick Huffman back in there for UDA. Drew Hunter out, Nick Huffman in for the Trojans. Smeltz harassing the ball handler, pushes it up ahead here for Marquette. Then on the baseline it goes here for Todd Wenrick for two. It's good. Wenrick spinning inside and put it up for two. 62-50 as Smeltz brings it back down court for UD. Smeltz looping it over here on the baseline. Now out in front. Ooh, Robertson was tempted. Here's a shot for three by Smeltz. It is no good. Rebounded underneath, however, by George Hunter, and he tries to loop one up, but it's going to be tapped out of bounds. And UD will inbound the ball. Shadle getting ready to do that. Right back here for Robertson. Mike on the baseline with it, pushing it across, but stolen away in there by that Marquette. And back comes Bordner. Bordner dumping it on the baseline for two with a nice pass inside for Lenker. And Lenker put it home. It's a 14-point margin now for Line Mountain. Here's a ball nearly stolen away by Marquette, but Trojans have it back, and here comes Shadle with it. Shadle over in the wing for Robertson. Dumping it right inside there for Hunter. Good for two. George Hunter for two off the nice pass from Mike Robertson. And the ball goes up court here again now for that Bordner. Bordner dishing it right underneath for Lenker. Blocked away nicely in there by Shadle. Back with it comes UD. Here's Brett Smeltz for two. It's good. Brett Smeltz gets a two-point shot in there. 64-54. Here comes Wenrick for two. It's good. Todd Wenrick taking it all the way from the half-court area up and driving it home, and timeout called by Hubbard Dauphin. Trojans trail by 12. It's the Eagles 66, the Trojans 54. 5:44 left in the ball game. Beginning the fourth period, or the 5:44 left in the fourth period. I mean, timeout is over, and Huffman will inbound the ball for UD. For Smeltz, dropping it ahead here for a pass over there for George Hunter. George for two, no good. Rebound comes down here, controlled by Matt Marquette, and then out here for Bordner. Inside, he goes with it with a bounce pass on the baseline for Lenker, and his shot won't go, but he is fouled, and Lenker will go to the line shooting two. Last foul was on George Hunter. George going to come out of the game now as Smith back in there for UD. Smith playing with 4 personals now, so see how long Josh can make it. 5:27 remaining here in the ball game. Lenker missed his first one and made his second one. 67-54. Pass is errant, and back with it comes Wenrick, throwing it underneath, and he'll throw the ball away, looking to hit Troutman underneath, but threw that one away. 5:19 remaining in the game. Here comes a pass over there for Nick Huffman. Nick outside for three, no good, and the rebound's going to just go out of bounds into those lovely UDA cheerleaders. And Line Mountain inbounding it here for Wenrick. Wenrick has the ball stolen away. Now this should get us two. Smeltz for two, it's good. Nice steal, Brett Smeltz making the bucket on the steal, and back comes Lion Mountain. And wait a minute, a push blocking foul underneath will be called on Nick Huffman, I believe. And yep, it'll be on Nick. And here comes Lentz returning to the bench. So Ryan jogged up along the edge of the court here pretty nicely that time. So it looks like Ryan's going to be okay. As Robertson will check back into the ball game now to replace Brett Shadle, and Nick Huffman also checking out of the game in favor of Jim Buffington, I believe, back in there for UDA. 4:57 left in the game. Right underneath it goes, and a foul called on Jim Buffington, and that'll send Wenrick to the line shooting 2. 67-56, 11-point game. Never had a convincing lead here, the Eagles haven't, but the Trojans have climbed back time and again, but never quite enough, as Todd Wenrick makes his first one. Makes it 68-56, and his second shot is good. 69-56, and Trojans coming back with it now over here for Buffington. Jim into the corner here for Shadle. Shadle for 3. It is in and out. Wouldn't stay down. No good. And the rebound comes out here for Bordner. Bordner had that ball tipped out of his hands. Quickly they outlet it here for Smeltz. Smeltz will push it back over here. Robertson. Robertson for 2. It's good. Mike Robertson for 2. The Eagles average 69 points a game, so I guess they've got their average, and a foul is going to be called on Brett Shadle. As Brett reached in there to that Matt Marquette. Matt will be at the line shooting 2, or shooting a 1-and-1. Matt Marquette at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. His first try, no good. Didn't hit anything. Trojans will get the ball out of bounds. 4:28 left in this one. Trojans trailing by 11 as Shadle picks up the ball out here for Buffington for 3. It's a little short on the rebound. Let's see, controlled here by Robertson. Outside they go with it. Here's a shot for 3 from there by Brent, and it's good. Brent Smeltz for 3. Quick pass over here for Wenrick. Wenrick pushes it inside and then drops it off to Lanker for 2. So the Trojans got caught with the Eagles 2 men back and only 1 defender. And this pass will come over on the baseline. Here is a pass over here for a shot put up and blocked in there by Lanker as he went high on Smeltz and knocked that one down. 71-61 is the score. Here's Marquette looking for 2, but he's fouled. Foul will be on Shadle. And Matt Marquette will go to the line shooting 2. Ryan Smeltz is at the scorer's desk. He'll be coming in here in just a moment as Marquette puts his first shot up and in, good. Glenn centers the ball game. He'll replace Brent Smeltz for UDA. Second shot by Marquette, also good. 73-61. Quick pass here for Shadle. Shadle, oh, I never touched him. And Shadle, I think, will be shooting. We'll see. Foul is on Lanker. Shadle will be at the line shooting. Are they going to give him a 1-and-1 now, or are they going to give him 2 shots? I know, no, Brett never did get to go for the shot, so Brett will be shooting a 1-and-1. And here is his first try, and it is short. Rebound comes down here and controlled by Bordner. Bordner on the baseline over here for a shot for 3. A foul called, and a foul will be on Shadle, and that is going to send Matt Marquette to the line to shoot 3, as he was fouled in 3-point land. So Matt will be shooting 3. Marquette comes up with a little bit of blood on the knee here, and so the referee has sent him over here for repairs, and timeout momentarily called. Going to send number 25 Smeltz into the ball game. So Smeltz will have to go to the line to shoot the last 2 of Marquette's shots. Marquette isn't injured. He just, not badly injured or anything like that. Shot by Smeltz is good, so he's got 1 more attempt to make. Drew Hunter and George Hunter into the ball game to replace Smith and Shadle for UDA. 3.5 minutes left here. And it'll be Smeltz shooting one more. And here it is, and it's good. So Smeltz came into the ball game. Matt Marquette missed the first of 3, and Smeltz came in and finished off the other 2 for him. Here is Robertson looking for 2, but a foul called underneath. And this time it's going to be Mike Robertson of UDA going to the line to shoot 2. Mike shooting the first of 2. It is no good. In and out. Smeltz and Shadle in there to replace Lentz and Buffington for UDA. 3:25 left in this one. Trojans trailing by 14 and now 13. 75-62. UD will double team the ball handler. Swing it over here and out of bounds. It goes off Matt Marquette. And his patch is coming loose here, or is it? No, he's trying to hold it. He's not hurt, but he's trying to keep his Band-Aid on so he can stay in the game. As back comes Shadle for UD. For Mike Robertson. Here's Shadle swinging into the corner here for Smeltz, and the ball stolen away in there as Matt Marquette picks that one off and drops it back here for Bordner. Bordner picking it up, goes over here on the wing, but a foul outside, and Shadle, I think, will pick that one up. Yep, it'll be on Shadle, and that's going to send Bordner to the line shooting 2, I believe. Yeah, 2. Trojans have committed 10 personal fouls here in the half, so Bordner will shoot a pair. First shot no good. Second shot by Bordner is no good either, and UD controls it. Quickly outletted here for Smeltz, but out of bounds it's going to go. They're going to rule it one off Jeff Marquette. So UD will get a chance to inbound it now with 2:56. We'll show you the clock next time up. Shadle getting ready to inbound the ball. Does so over in the wing. Shot from the side for 3 is good. And that's that Brent Smeltz. Ooh, stole it. Wait a minute. We got a foul call down here. So that shot won't count. Foul on UDA. Foul was on Shadle. And for Brett, it's his 5th. So Brett's going to foul out of this one with 2:47 remaining in the game. He'll be replaced in there by Buffington. And to the line once again goes that Matt Marquette. His first try short. He was shooting 2, so Matt will get another whack at it. Here it is, and it is no good, and the return shot put up no good. Return shot put up by Lanker, no good, but a foul called underneath, and Lanker will go to the line shooting 2. Foul was on Drew Hunter, his first. Matt Marquette checks out of the ball game again because his Band-Aid came loose, and Smeltz in there to replace him momentarily at least. As Lanker puts his second shot up, first shot up, it is good. Hunter, or rather Huffman and Smith in there to replace the Hunter boys. George and Drew both coming out of the ball game now. 2:44 remaining. Lanker getting ready to put up his second one. And this one is good also. 77-65. 12-point lead remains for the Eagles. And Marquette's been repaired, so he's back in there. And back comes Robertson for UDA. For 3. Yep, just off the heel of the bucket and out of bounds it goes. And Lion Mountain will inbound the ball. Marquette inbounding for Wenrick. Bounce pass over there for that other Marquette, I think it is, and then a foul called on Nick Huffman. And that'll send Jeff Marquette to the line, shooting 2. Jeff Marquette missed his first one. He'll try one more. The second one is good. 78-65. Here's Smeltz. Oh, had the ball come loose, picked up in there as he wanted to go across. Then it's stolen back again by Smeltz, and into the corner it goes and bumped out of bounds. And they're going to call a foul on Brett. Or no, they're not. thought they were going to call a foul on Brett for bumping Bordner out of there, but they didn't. So it'll be Brett Smeltz inbounding the ball. Back here for Robertson. For Smeltz. Smeltz for three more. It's good. Brett Smeltz hits a three. And up court come the Eagles with it now. They'll push it over into the baseline. Lenker. And out of bounds off the leg of Jim Buffington it goes. So Eagles will inbound. And that's going to let them inbound it over there on the baseline. Drop it out here for Jeff Marquette. He'll hand it over, and Matt Marquette has it. Playing it out in front. Here's Bordner, had it tapped away. Picked up in there by Jeff Marquette. Back here for Bordner. Inside he goes with it for Wenrick. Wenrick hops around inside, and then a hold foul is going to be called on UD, and that's going to allow Todd Wenrick to go to the line to shoot two. Well, that foul sent Nick Huffman to the showers, as they say, as Nick picked up personal foul number 5. He's replaced in there by George Hunter. Minute 35 is all that remains in this one as Wenrick makes his first one. Both teams coming in tonight with 4-2 records, and it looks as though the Eagles will improve to 5-2, and the Trojans will drop back to 4-3. Here's Robertson, 4-2. It's good. Mike Robertson with a nice layup that time. And Marquette coming up court with it, but a blocking foul will be called probably on George Hunter. Yep. George picks up the foul, and that makes it, again, foul shooting time for Matt Marquette. He'll be shooting 2. Marquette's first shot wouldn't go. Second shot, no good either. Tap in, however, by that Wenrick for 2. Here comes Robertson with it for 3. That's good. Or was it Smeltz? Or, yeah, it was, well, I'm not sure who that was. There's a ball stolen away and a foul called. Yet another foul called on UD. This one will be on 41, and that's going to be on George Hunter. And that will send somebody to the foul. Looks like it's going to be Bordner going to the foul line, trying his hand at 2. He'll shoot 2. His first shot, no good. Got 1:02 left in this one. Trojans trailing by just 8. But they just can't seem to get any closer to these guys tonight, as second shot by Bordner is good. A 9-point lead now. Robertson down court with it for UDA for 3. It's good. Mike Robertson narrows the gap to 6 now, so things could get a little closer than I thought here a moment ago. Here's a shot blocked away nicely, picked up in there by UD. Trojans coming back with it. Here comes Smeltz. Smeltz has been hot. Pushes it across over there for a shot from the side by Robertson, and we've got a 3-point ball game now. 82, and then another push foul called underneath here. This will be on Brett Smeltz, but all of a sudden, the game that I was giving away here moments ago, and I beg your pardon for that, is a 3-point thing now. 82-79, 34 seconds left. And let's see who the foul was on and who's shooting. Foul was on number 21, Smeltz, his first. Bordner at the line shooting 2, and he just missed a pair here a moment ago. So let's see if he can miss a couple of these. His first try is good, makes it a 4-point ball game now. 83-79, and he'll shoot one more. Here's Bordner's second try, and it is good. So with 34 seconds left, the Eagles lead by 5. But Mike Robertson pushing this one over in the baseline. Shot from the side by Smeltz. Wouldn't go that time, and a rebound comes down in there to Wenrick rather. And a foul call on George Hunter. Then Wenrick will go to the line shooting 2. Wenrick made his first one. And makes it a 6-point game now, and the second shot by Todd is good. 7 points now, 86 with the clock down to 20 seconds. 86-79. Shot by Robertson, wouldn't go. Ball tipped around inside there, controlled by Marquette. Coming down the court, puts a shot up, blocked away nicely underneath there. or not Marquette, rather. That's not Marquette. That is Wenrick. And it'll be Eagles inbounding with 10 seconds left in this ball game. Here's a near steal. It is going to be a steal. They'll move it ahead here now for a shot by 3. For 3 is good. And timeout for 2. No, it's only 2, they said. Ref just gave him 2 out here instead of 3. And the time has expired, so that's it. The game is over. And the final score here tonight is the Eagles of Line Mountain 86, the Trojans 81. So both teams coming up with some pretty good play tonight here at Line Mountain. Eagles winning by 5 points. Last shot was a 2-pointer by Smeltz. But anyway, heck of a ball game. The Trojans drop their 3rd here now in the second half and go 4-3. And the Eagles, as I said, go 5-2. So kind of an interesting ball game, if nothing else. The Trojans used a lot of different players in different spots in the ball game, but just came up a little bit short. And we hope that Ryan, who was limping off there, is going to be okay. I think he will be. Final score again: Eagles 86, Trojans 81. Catch you later.